Hey everybody, it's Driftman here, and welcome to my delayed LPS Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, I was planning to have the first episode done like a week ago, but technical difficulties ensued. I finally found a way to avoid these. Thank God. So we can go ahead and just get started already. So yeah. Now I must warn you, even though I guess it was kind of obvious, I'm actually doing this LP kind of different. Kind of like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, where I didn't practice very much at all, even though I will for the later parts, because there is a part where I just kind of need to practice. I paused right here because I gotta do something really quick. But, yeah, I actually had to pause. That'll tell you how bad of an LPer I am. I'm also showing that there's something up there. I'm taking way too long doing it. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I haven't played this game in about maybe 3-4 months. I literally have almost no idea what I'm doing. Like, I have a general idea because I remember all the past playlists I did before, but it's all just kind of I just don't really know if I can really do it. I'm kind of bad. I'll just say that right now. I'll be kind of bad during this LP. I'll die quite a bit for someone of my type. What's that? Hey, you guys like seeing me fail, right? Right? You're the internet. You like seeing failure. I know you do. And what you're seeing now is a special stage. Basically, you're on this giant ball, or whatever this thing is, and you have to touch every single blue ball. I probably call it blue sphere from now on because that sounds... yeah. Basically, if you touch any of the red spheres, you're out. If you got every single blue sphere, you get a Chaos Emerald. We need these. We need these things to beat the game. Trust me. Now, there's one more thing about those special stages I'll get to, but we're not gonna get to it quite yet. But we are in this episode, I think. So you're glad to wait on that. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think, is also the glitchiest of the original 3 Sonic games. Sonic 2 taking a really close second. So, something like that will actually be cheap and just full. But, yeah, this game's glitchy. What can I say? I mean, I can see what Sega had going for them, but, you know, I think they were kind of over, like, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like they were trying to do something kind of out of their reach. It's a good game, mind you, but it's not great. It's all really because I feel like the game was rushed. Yeah, I said it. Sonic and Knuckles will be rushed. I mean, I don't know if it's just because of rushing, or due to space, or time restraints, or what. But we got Sonic 3 first. And it was okay. It's just that the entire thing was so friggin' short. Save features felt kind of worthless. We got Sonic and Knuckles probably we got Sonic and Knuckles the next year, and well, it's a bigger game. It doesn't save, and you can't have Tails in it, and you just feel like so much was in it, but it was cut out. Well, then we realized that we were able to lock these two together, and we got Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And, it's fine, mind you, but I still think it's kind of rushed. I mean, it's a big game. What do you expect? Anyway, you heard this little jingle once I reached 50 rings. Getting 50 rings will actually give you a continue. If you get every single ring in a special stage, you actually get 50,000 points, which is equal to a 1-up. Why it doesn't just give you a 1-up, I have no idea. But let's continue though. Which is basically useless because you have a save feature. So Clement, he let's play this game, even though the third episode of the Knuckles playthrough is missing, for some reason. But, apparently, he said that, continues were worthless because you have a save feature. And I totally agree with him. If you have a save feature for a game, what's the point in continuing? Like, he said maybe start from the second act, still, be able to get so many lives in some of these levels, it's ridiculous. Like, whenever we get to Lava Reef, towards the end of this LP, I'm gonna get so many 1-ups, it's not even funny anymore. Trust me. Oy. Okay. I kinda been putting it off. Let's go ahead and talk about the shields, even though we're not gonna be seeing one type of shield for a little while yet. The fire shield, which is the one I had for the boss fight, makes you immune to fire. It also gives you a dash forward. Sound familiar? Well, minus the fire bit. You can probably think of it. The bubble shield, or the water shield, you can call it whatever you want really. It's basically a little bit of a bounce. You bounce down and spring back up. It's really good for really water because it prevents you from drowning, and the bouncing's okay, but not really too useful in my opinion. I never really feel like I really need to use it for anything. And electric shield, which you're going to be seeing later on, attracts rings to you and you get a double jump. And yes, all these abilities are actually in Modern Sonic. That's right, Modern Sonic gets all the abilities of the shields. So if you're wondering why are the shields back, they don't need to come back. You have them on at all times. I mean, Sonic has that air boost when he jumps and presses the boost button. We know that. He has gives like Sonic a 6, so you can do a little bounce with the bounce bracelet. So the water is still technically there. In some games like Sonic Colors, he has a double jump, like the electric shield. And the boost attracts rings from like the electric shield. So by technicality, every single one of these shields are actually built in the Modern Sonic in some way, shape, or form. So these shields never really need to return. I mean, for scientific reasons, I know why they did it, because classic Sonic. But Modern Sonic doesn't need the shields because, well, hello, he already has the abilities in him already. He doesn't need them again. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. As you clearly see, I'm going through these walls. It's not a glitch. It's actually a way to a secret compartment. Everyone remembers Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and how you can go into certain walls and find extra little goodies, right? With this game, mainly there for special stages, and they're friggin' everywhere. I'm just gonna say that right now, they're everywhere. But sometimes you end up going a route, and you don't get it. You just miss it entirely. I'm clearly neglecting this here. This thing is actually a bonus stage. If you collect 20 rings and hit a checkpoint, sparkles appear like in Sonic 2. Jump into these sparkles and get one of 3 games. We're going to be seeing all 3 in this episode. This one's a slot machine. Basically, you're in a small little container, rotating like a crazy maniac, like Sonic 1. And there's a slot machine in the middle, a la Sonic 2. So basically, this combines 2 games into 1. Have fun. Also, look at this. I don't even know how I did that. I finished, hit the guy, bounced right back up. Look at this again. Boop. I can never reproduce that. The fact I did it twice, just wow. Yeah, I was kind of on those spikes for a moment. Yeah. That's kind of the first thing I got this game. It's kind of glitchy. Mentioned that before. Now, the Tails AI can do some pretty dumb things, but hey. If I want 100% this game, I have to play as Sonic and Tails. I kinda have to show them off, and I thought, most people don't play as Sonic and Tails for the entire thing, so that, you know, why not play as both of them? Sure, it's a challenge, but, what was that one that Eggman said in Sonic Unleashed? Oh yeah, what's the fun of having my plans succeed without any challenge? If it felt perfectly with that. But, yeah. I swear I had something on top of my head, but I lost it. I do that sometimes, where I have something in my head and then it just goes, I just can't think of it anymore. Also, we got 4 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. We're gonna get most of them in this video, guys. We're gonna get 6 of them in this video. Spoilers. You'll see, like, I could have gotten the 7th one, but you'll see why I didn't. And it's kind of ridiculous. Kind of upsetting, really. Hey, what are you gonna do? Something people don't normally do. I know this for a fact. Spin us up the wall. Easy. Most people don't do that. I'm surprised I found out that it worked. But most people don't do it. Most people don't. Sure, it's a bit... well, not that really, no. My second bonus game. This... I have no idea what to call this thing. Basically, you're in a giant pinball table with these electrical balls of sorts. I don't know what these are. But when Sonic latches onto them, he starts spinning around them. You jump off them, and, well, that's really about it. You see there are rings in the stage, and that there are those little tiny balls there. Hitting one of these tiny balls actually gives you an item. If you can touch the circle that comes out, you get an item. I think air does pretty much nothing. 1-up gives you a 1-up. Rings give you rings depending on how high you are. Like, if you're down low, it'll be 10. But the higher up you go, you can get like 50 or 100. Seriously, you can get a lot of rings. If an item goes off screen and you're able to go back down, I think the item does respawn, but it's always rings. I could be wrong about that. It's happened so many times, I have no idea anymore. You can also get 3 types of shields. Yeah. Anyway. I am forced to run. If I do not run, I'm stuck at the back, and those things are sure to hit me. And, Lord knows we don't want that. We do not want that. Anyway, this anime must have been my favorite. Did I mention this game was kind of glitchy? Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to be inside of Eggman's bot and constantly jump into him like that. But, apparently Tails found a way. And we're gonna be seeing more glitches in the future, don't worry. We're gonna be seeing a lot of glitches in this game. Because, you know, Sonic 3 is actually one of the glitchiest games on Earth. Not really, but for, like, they got Sonic 1 pretty good. Sonic 2 had a few glitches that could just break it. But this one ruins your day, man. Most people, whenever they speedrun, they go into the floor whenever they speedrun certain acts. That's how glitchy this game is. They found a way to glitch the floor and just glitch past the entire level. Yeah. Nobody ever plays this level full anymore. Which is why I'm playing this level full. Hey. I hate that, by the way. I roll and I hit that enemy down there and it bounced me back up to the top. It's stupid. And now comes a mechanic I think everyone hates. And thank God the music doesn't play whenever Tails drowns. Thank God. But we have a drowning mechanic. Basically, what happens is you run it. Basically, when you're in water, you don't have the bubble shield. You can only stay in the water for 30 seconds, or else you die. Because Sonic drowns. Yeah, 30 seconds, and then you're dead. I timed it, about 30 seconds. Once it reaches about 10 seconds, it goes. Just speeds up. If I would have played the full song, if I would have done the full song, I would just be annoyed. Just trying to get it to go fast, I just can't get it to go fast, and it just hurts my throat. And, Hey, speaking of throat, these sort of sciences are better, so I can actually record again. Jeez. Also, shields can reflect small pellet shots, so hooray. Now I don't know if I'm gonna get close to drowning in this playthrough, or if the first time it happens will be in the Knuckles playthrough, but I know I nearly drowned in the Knuckles playthrough in this section right here. And in case you're not gonna watch the Knuckles playthrough when it comes out, it'll be something completely different, something separate. In case you're not gonna watch that, then I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. Basically, I lost the bubble shield, or at least I don't think I got it at all in the beginning, and because of that, in that slow part, I wasn't able to stay underwater for long, and well, the 5-second countdown started. I didn't get the bubble in the beginning part there because I was stupid and I thought I could make it. And it reached 1, I'm like, you know, I'm screwed. I just died. I had no rings on me. Checkpoint wasn't too far away. Honestly, I can handle it. Don't worry. I don't think I'll purposely commit suicide in this game. At least for Sonic, anyway. Knuckles! He's a different story. I'll get to Knuckles whenever we get to the Knuckles playthrough, but once we get there, I'm gonna be expecting some hate comments, and you'll see why when that episode rolls around. This is so not gonna end well. Anyway, that is 5 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds in 17 minutes and 45 seconds. That is actually pretty friggin' fast. Not as fast as it could be, mind you, because, you know, I played this game before, and the last time I played was 3 months ago. But, hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah. This thing. Well, I'm sure you clearly noticed this, but in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, Act 1 always ended with a signpost, and whenever you hit the signpost, that was it. You don't the level. And the signpost is in this game, as you can clearly see. But every single act is a boss. There's an Act 1 mini-boss, and there's an Act 2 boss with Dr. Eggman. This happens for every single zone except for a certain few, but those few are just nothing more than just like story progression. It doesn't really matter. Who really cares at this point? But, yeah. So, there are some changes between Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, there are differences. And mainly it's just the layouts and stuff. Where I got that 1-up in Sonic 3 Knuckles, in Sonic 3 Standalone, I hit a spring and bounced back, therefore making it a lot easier for me to die. So, yeah, they kind of made the game a little bit easier in the Sonic and Knuckles version. Wish you could save the entire freaking game. But, yeah. Now, do you want to keep going these bonus games? It's because I'm trying to get one specific bonus game, but I keep being unable to do so. I'm leaving all my fails in for this one episode only, so you can see all this certain stuff like this. Yeah. You can actually hit that block from over there, even though you're not really, you're not touching it, and exit from there. Again, you're not even touching it, because the hitbox of Sonic is so weird and glitchy. Again, this game is the glitchiest of the 3. I mentioned that before, I'll mention it again. Now I'm trying to look at this one special stage, but it's not here. It's like the next area. Sorry. Just got up about 20 minutes ago. Sorry. But it's the next area, and yeah. Now this little fish thing, basically, he drains ring from you one by one, or I think it just hits you or something. But if you can't jump either, so you have to like rapidly press left and right, and keep going like that. So and just mash it, and then once it goes away, you're free to jump again, do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it kind of homes in on you, so be careful. Be careful. And I'm not careful here. That first time I was just trying to be like, hey, I bet I could do this faster, and nope, I couldn't. Again, I haven't played this game in 3 months, so I kind of make some stupid move I probably shouldn't be doing. Like that! I don't do that in the Knuckles playthrough! Don't worry, I learned my lesson! I learned my lesson! Don't worry. Yeah, some of these secrets aren't even secret anymore. Okay. Special Stage number 6. That's right. The final Special Stage of this video. I actually do get the 7th ring, but well, I am unable to get the Chaos Emerald. I cut out my failure because you're going to see the correct version of it in the next episode, and I think it's not going to be too much of a wait. So, I guess you guys can wait for like a day or two. Okay? You guys can wait. You guys can wait. You could totally wait long enough. And again, I've had times where there's some very impatient YouTubers. Well, not on my channel, but on Trigger Connor's channel. He is finally doing Pikmin 3, and everyone is so happy about that. The one thing is that, it kind of took multiple, like, years or months or something in order to make it work. Because he started recording the gamepad. But ever since, like, I'm talking about Pikmin. God, why? Whenever Pikmin 3 came out, August of 2013, was it? Chad Conroy got a whole bunch of comments saying, do Pikmin 3, do Pikmin 3, do Pikmin 3. And he said, I'll get to that, but I don't do any new games. And then he did Icarus Uprising, which came out just a year before. Apparently new, like, Chad Conroy has this weird rule where he doesn't do games that just come out, and he always waits for the right time. Watch episode 1 of Pikmin 3 on his channel, and he says he was waiting for the right time to do it. He didn't want to do it right away. He felt like it should be overplayed. And he was right, it was overplayed to death because of many different YouTubers. And, yeah. He waited till it died down a bit. Made it a little bit more suspenseful. Finally got to do it. But, he said he made a rule that he wasn't going to do any new games. He doesn't do games unless it's been around for like a year to 3, like, been around for about 3 years. He then completely discarded this entire rule in the very next LP, where he did Kid Icarus Uprising, which came out a year before he did the LP. Yeah, that's kinda stupid. Anyway, I finally found that bonus stage I wanted. This is a gumball machine. Basically, you hit this, and random balls come out. Yeah, that's it. The gumball machine. You probably saw some of these on other ones, but, you saw them in the one with the rotating circles, and I think it's the one that Clement, and I think the one with the balls in it is the one that Clement doesn't show off, and he thinks there's only 2. Honestly, I don't know why he only thinks there's 2. How can he miss the 3rd one? Is that unlucky? But, the gumball machine, along with the circle thing, has like a little, well, not little, it's like the size of Sonic, but it's this cannonball thing, and it hits Sonic. It doesn't hurt him, just bounces him out of the way, and he gets stuck. So it's really just like a round ruiner. It just makes it so it's really hard in order to get the bonuses. But yeah. Anyway, the last special stage is up with those two moving platforms. You have to use a slide to get it. Well, no you don't. But it's a lot easier if you use a slide. There's another way to do it, and I'm gonna be showing that off the Knuckles playthrough when we get to this point, which is the first episode of that. And it's probably the preferred way to do it. But hey, I want to look more epic with Sonic because he's the epic one. Anyway, up here is the 7th special stage, but I end up failing. So yeah, I missed the 7th Chaos Emerald. I cut out that failure there because tomorrow I'm going to be releasing part 2. And, well, tomorrow or the next day. It depends on how I feel. But, yeah. I missed a special stage, but I'm going to be doing it next episode. We're going to be getting Supersonic next episode. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Anyway, welcome to the boss. I don't know what it is with a super form because, just as the Knuckles playthrough, it takes forever if you don't have super form. Basically, like, well, the Bubble Shield kind of does it kinda well. What you're supposed to do is, aliens mess it with its water, making spirals. Basically, runs they don't get into the spiral and get hit, and then when the spiral's coming down, jump in the spiral and jump up to it and for hit. And then I just buy them. But then there are little like explosives you put in the water, and the explosions. But like if you touch the bomb, nothing happens. If you touch the explosion from the bomb, like right on bomb level, you get hurt. But you can actually use the explosion to your advantage and jump up and hit again. And it kind of glitches for Knuckles. But yeah, we'll save that for the Knuckles playthrough. See you guys next time when I finally get Supersonic. I'm surprised I get so many Chaos Emeralds in this run. Especially if we're not playing this game in a few months.